we've now entered the postseason, but before we get to talking about the conference championship, let's go ahead and recap the final meet of the regular season with the Huskies earning the combined team win at the CCSA invite.
Yeah, last weekend was a really great race weekend for the team. We had, like you said, we came away with a combined overall team win on the weekend, which is always a huge goal for every CCSA competition weekend. And I think it was one of the biggest highlights on the weekend was certainly the men going 1, 2, 3, sweeping that podium in the Saturday 10K skate race. That was I believe only the second time in the history since we've been coaching here, so in the last 6 years that the men's team has done that. And it wasn't just those top three, which was also really cool. You know, I think we had 6 men in the top 10. So we just have such incredible depth on the guys' side this year. And I think that's really fun for them to really feel like, you know, so many different guys can get up there in scoring positions and making creating those impactful results for the team every day. But also it's really cool when you have, you know, 5 or 6 guys really fighting for not only like podium positions but NCAA championship spots. So it's going to be exciting to watch them through these next couple weeks going into CCSA conference championships this week and then regionals next week. You know, these are our last 2 competitions before NCAA championships, and a lot up for grab for these men. So. And on the women's side, you know, I think we had some outstanding individual performances. Certainly Kat Stowe was a highlight of the women's team for the weekend, having her best overall weekend of the season so far. Her results have just been improving week in and week out. And she just raced so brave out there, especially in that 20K, chasing down that pack, and just really awesome to see the growth that she's had even through this season. And Annabelle Needham, you know, coming off of a huge race period, both at World University Games and U23 World Ski Championships, and then coming back, jumping into the CCSA and taking that commanding win in the 20K Classic Mass Start on Sunday. She said that was like the best she's felt all season, and you could tell she was really having fun, especially through that later half of the race when she made a bold attack early on in that last lap on the big climb, and I think just showed that she's in such a great place. So really excited to continue to watch her now through this championship season, and really the women's team at large. I think we've got some improvements that we know we can make as an entire team, but we know we have the skiers that you need to have to be able to come away with team titles. And so it's really just a matter of having the whole team be able to put together solid days, every single one of them. And that's going to be obviously a big focus through this championship season is just having everybody have really great races in every race. So making sure we set ourselves up for that.
And so we're going on to Minneapolis, Minnesota. What do we know about the course that we're going to, the Wirth Park?
Yeah, so I've only raced there with the Huskies one time. It's a pretty new venue in terms of this sort of level of competition that we're seeing. So we've only had one CCSA competition there in the past, and that was, I believe it might have been like 4 or 5 years ago. So it's been a while since we've been there, but one thing that's really exciting, and Skyler even mentioned this in his interview, is we have a lot of student athletes that are from the Twin Cities area. So this is really a lot of their true home courses, right? Tech Trails is our home course here for the Huskies, but Theodore Wirth is the home trails and home course for a lot of our Minnesota-born student athletes. And so they'll be able to share some really great knowledge and experience about how to race these courses. And, I think these are both the CCSA Conference Championships, and our student athletes get to also compete in a skate sprint race, which is the SuperTour on Saturday. So that will also be really fun. There's a heightened level of competition with this event, even in addition to our college races. And I think, the student athletes are looking forward to not only competing in the CCSA Conference Championships on Sunday, but getting in those additional race experiences that help them continue to develop and grow as athletes.
And what are you most excited for as we're starting to enter the postseason with the conference race starting first?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy how fast this season has gone now. It seems like just yesterday we were having U.S. Nationals, and now we're already in the championship season. And I really look forward to the championship season when you're in a really great place as a team, and we certainly are. And I think there's two things that we're going to really try to focus on as a team throughout this whole championship season, and that's preparing as proficiently as we possibly can, because it's how well you execute that training leading up to these race weeks, how well you balance your life as a student and an athlete, and make sure that you come into each race and each race weekend with a fully charged battery. Because if you can do that, then your preparation is such a big part of being able to have performance success on those race weekends, and really being able to continue to race consistently well, and allow you to still use every race as an opportunity to improve, right? So preparation is huge, and that's a big focus that we're going to have throughout this championship season. But then secondly, and greatly within these weekends, is we're really just going to focus on enjoying the entire experience, enjoying every moment, enjoying it all. And what I mean by that is making sure that the student athletes, they go into each race and each race weekend really creating a positive mindset for themselves, because that's something that you get to control. And as we know, there's no question that having a positive mindset leads to performance success. So that's so important, but it comes with both how your thoughts and how you create that, as well as how you behave, both individually and as an entire team. And so behavior is a huge part of that too. And we're going to really just focus on making sure that we create an environment, both individually and as an entire team, on having as much fun as we possibly can and really enjoying the entire experiences. Because really, in the end, it's pretty simple. I think this is universal in all sports, but if you can create and maintain that environment, then you are going to ski and race and compete as best as you possibly can. You can't always control the results, but controlling that aspect will, I think, allow us to ski our absolute best.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.